Hey guys, Darren here from Celebrity Tributes. Have you ever wondered what happened to the cast of Happy Days? Well, join me today and sit back and relax and we'll find out. Henry Winkler played the role of Arthur Fonzie Fonzarelli. Before Happy Days, he appeared in The Mary Tyler Moore Show and worked in theatre. During his time on Happy Days, he starred in movies including The Lords of the Flatbush, Heroes, The One and Only, American Christmas Carols, and also had appearances in TV series, including Mork and Mindy, Laverne and Shirley, and Sesame Street. After Happy Days, he went on to appear in movies such as MC Hammer 2 Legit to Quit, Scream, The Waterboy, and Little Nicky. Most recently, he appeared in Click, Numbers, Arrested Development, Barry, and Royal Pains, also doing voiceover work in Monsters at Work, DuckTales, and Puppy Dog Pals. Outside of acting, he has also done some work in directing, where he directed episodes on Joni Loves Chachi, Clueless, and Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Since 2003, he has also collaborated with Lynn Oliver on a series of children books about a 4th grade child called Hank Zipser, who is dyslexic. He has published 17 books in the series. He married his wife Stacey on the 5th of May 1978, and they have 2 children together. He also has a stepson from Stacey's previous marriage. He is also an avid fly fisherman, often fishing in Montana. In 2011, he was also appointed an honorary officer of the Order of the British Empire for services to children with special needs and dyslexia in the UK. Marion Ross played the role of Marion Cunningham, mother of Richie and Joni. Before Happy Days, she appeared in The Glenn Miller Show, Sabrina, Teacher's Pet, The Lone Ranger, and The Evening Star, Hawaii Five-0, and The Brady Bunch. During her time on Happy Days, she also appeared in Streets of San Francisco, Skyward, Joni Loves Chachi, and Fantasy Island. After Happy Days, she appeared as several characters in The Love Boat and starred in Brooklyn Bride and appeared in many TV series and movies, including MacGyver, Family Law, and That 70s Show. Later, she guest starred in Touched by an Angel, King of the Hill, Gilmore Girls, Family Guy, Drew Carey Show, and voiced the characters of Grandma SquarePants in SpongeBob SquarePants. Then most recently appearing in 2.5 Men, Instant Mum, and Please Tell Me I'm Adopted, and voice acting in Handy Manny, before retiring in 2018. Outside of acting, she married twice and had 2 children. In 2011, Marion Ross and 4 of her co-stars filed a $10 million breach of contract lawsuit against CBS for missing merchandise revenue owed under their contracts. In 2012, they settled their lawsuits, receiving $65,000 and promised continued revenue based on their contracts. Tom Bosley played the role of Howard Cunningham, father of Richie Cunningham. Before Happy Days, he was a seasoned actor, being in many movies and TV series, including Car 54, Where Are You?, Get Smart, Bonanza, Maud, The Last Survivors, and No Place to Run. During his time on Happy Days, he also had guest appearances in The Love Boat, The Christmas on Gilligan's Island, and Joni Loves Chachi. He then went on to have roles in Perry Mason, The Case of the Notorious Nun, The Love Boat, Father Dowling Mysteries, and a recurring role in Murder, She Wrote. Later in his career and towards the end, he was in Port Charles, Walker, Texas Ranger, ER, Touched by an Angel, That 70s Show, and voiced the role of Santa Paws in Santa Buddies. Outside of acting, he was married twice and had 1 child. Bosley passed away from complications to a staph infection on October 19, 2010, after battling lung cancer at the age of 83. Erin Moran played the role of Joni Cunningham. She started her acting career at the age of 5 in television commercials for First Federal Bank, and age 6 was cast in Daktari. She then featured in How Sweet It Is, My 3 Sons, Family Affair, Gunsmoke, The FBI, and The Don Rickles Show, before landing her most notable role as Joni in Happy Days. During her time on Happy Days, she appeared in The Waltons, Twirl, and Galaxy of Terror, also starring in a spin-off called Joni Loves Chachi alongside Scott Baio. After Happy Days' final season, she went on to appear in The Love Boat, Murder, She Wrote, Diagnosis Murder, Bold and the Beautiful, and Not Another B-Movie. She was also involved in the lawsuit against CBS, as mentioned previously in this video. Outside of acting, she married Rocky Ferguson in 1987 and divorced in 1993, then that year married Stephen Fleischman. After her acting career started to dry up, she moved to LA to the Californian mountains, but in 2010 her home was foreclosed, so she moved into her mother-in-law's trailer home in Indiana. In 2017 she was kicked out of the trailer home due to her hard partying lifestyle, and on April 22, 2017, authorities were called about an unresponsive female who was identified as Erin Moran. She was later pronounced dead. The autopsy report indicated the cause of death was from complications to stage 4 squamous cell carcinoma of the throat. There was no illegal substances found in the system or at the home. She was 56 years old. Anson Williams played the role of Potsy Weber. Before Happy Days, he appeared in Laverne and Shirley and The Paul Lynde Show, along with a number of other shows. During the Happy Days years, he also appeared in The Love Boat, Fantasy Island, and I Married a Centerfold. After Happy Days, he appeared in a few more movies and TV series, including Baywatch, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and The Odd Couple. But he started to concentrate more on directing, which he had a lot of success with, working on many well-known TV shows including Diagnosis Murder, Star Trek, Melrose Place, Seventh Heaven, Baywatch, Charmed, and many more. Also in 1987, he and his co-star Al Molinaro opened a chain of diners called Big Al's, which is now defunct. He also founded Star Maker Products, a cosmetic company, and has written 2 books. Outside of his acting and directing, he was also involved in the lawsuit with CBS mentioned earlier. He has been married twice and has 5 children. Ron Howard played the role of Richie Cunningham. Before Happy Days, he appeared in many TV series and films, including The Twilight Zone, Dennis the Menace and Andy Griffith Show, I Spy, Bonanza, and MASH. During Happy Days, he was a popular character of the series. He left the show before the start of Season 8 when offered a job directing films for NBC, as he wanted to pursue a career in directing. His absence from Happy Days was explained by his character Richie joining the army and being shipped off to Greenland. He returned for the season finale in May 1984. After Happy Days, he had a few guest appearances in some movies and TV series, including The Odd Couple, This Is Us, and was the narrator of Arrested Development. As a director, he has had a great career and great success, directing major motion films including Splash, Cocoon, Parenthood, Backdraft, Apollo 13, Ransom, A Beautiful Mind, The Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons, and many more. He is also a producer and co-chairman with Brian Grazer of Imagine Entertainment, producing over 150 movies and TV series, including 8 Mile and TV series 24 and Arrested Development. He married writer Cheryl Alley in 1975 and they have 4 children. Don Most played the role of Ralph Malph. Before Happy Days, he appeared in MASH and Emergency. During his time on Happy Days, he had guest appearances in many movies and TV series, including Huckleberry Finn, Fantasy Island, Chips, and The Love Boat. He also provided voice acting for Dungeons & Dragons, Teen Wolf, Hagar the Horrible, and the animated series The Fonz and the Happy Days Gang. He later appeared in Charles in Charge, Murder, She Wrote, Baywatch, Mad TV, Diagnosis Murder, Ed TV, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and Family Guy. Then most recently Bones, Glee, The Odd Couple, Bold and the Beautiful, and in 2021, Bigfoot, UFOs, and Jesus. Outside of acting, he also pursued a music career, releasing a pop album Donny Most in 1976, and released a few singles with very little success. He married Morgan Hart in 1982, and they have 2 daughters. Molinaro played the role of Al DelVecchio, the owner of Arnold's Malt Shop. Before Happy Days, he had his own collection agency and invested in real estate. In the 60s and 70s, he studied acting and guest starred in TV series including Bewitched, Get Smart, Green Acres, and That Girl. He was then hired to replace Pat Morita in Happy Days, where he had a permanent role in the series. During his time on Happy Days, he appeared in Laverne and Shirley, The Love Boat, Fantasy Island, and Joni Loves Chachi. After Happy Days, he appeared in Punky Brewster, Family Man, and Step by Step, and reunited with the cast of Happy Days for Weezer's music clip Buddy Holly. He retired from acting in the early 90s, but appeared in TV commercials until the early 2000s. Outside of acting, he and co-star Anson Williams opened a chain of diners called Big Al's, which I spoke about in more detail earlier. He was married twice and had one child. On October 30th, 2015, he passed away in hospital from complications with an infected gallbladder. He was 96 years old. Scott Baio played the role of Chachi Arcola, Fonzie's cousin. Before Happy Days, he played the character Bugsy Malone in the children's gangster musical Bugsy Malone, alongside Jodie Foster. He was then cast in Happy Days at the age of 16. During his time on Happy Days, he starred in Stoned and All the Kids Do It, as well as guest starring in The Love Boat, Fantasy Island, The Boy Who Drank Too Much, and Chachi Loves Joni. After Happy Days, he appeared in Alice in Wonderland, Out of This World, and starred in Charles in Charge, Baby Talk, and had a regular role in Diagnosis Murder. He later had guest roles in The Nanny, Veronica's Closet, Touched by an Angel, and Arrested Development. Most recently, he starred in See Dad Run and Courting Mum and Dad in 2001. Outside of acting, he married Renee Sloan in 2007. They were expecting twin girls, but sadly they lost one 11 weeks into the pregnancy. Baio was a registered Republican and endorsed Mitt Romney in 2012 and Donald Trump in 2016. On December 15, 2016, he accused Red Hot Chili Pepper drummer Chad Smith's wife Nancy Mack of physically assaulting him at their children's school function over his support of Donald Trump. Nancy said she was merely showing Baio how Trump hugs women. On January 29, 2018, Nicole Eggert made claims against him about abusing her when she was a minor, where the abuse lasted for 3 years between the age of 14 to 17 years old. Baio denied this, saying that he had an affair with her when she was 18 years old. Several months later, Alexander Polinsky accused him of physical and verbal abuse on the set of Charles in Charge. As of yet, no charges have been laid. Pat Morita played the role of Arnold Takahashi, one of the owners of Arnold's Malt Shop. Before Happy Days, he appeared in Thoroughly Modern Millie, The Shakiest Guns in the West, Sanford and Son, The Cosby Show, Columbo, and MASH. During his time on Happy Days, he appeared in Starsky and Hutch, The Love Boat, Laverne and Shirley, Magnum P.I., and Lou Grant. After Happy Days, his career exploded when he gained the role that would make him a household name to this day, when he played the role of Mr. Miyagi in Karate Kid. He would play this character in a total of 4 movies. After this, he appeared in Murder, She Wrote, Married with Children, Spy Hard, Family Matters, Diagnosis Murder, and Bloodsport 2 and 3. Later in his career, he had a recurring role in Baywatch and voice acted in Milan 2, SpongeBob, and voice acted as the Emperor of China in the video game Kingdom Hearts 2. His final appearance was in Rice Girl. Pat was married 3 times and had 3 children. On November 24, 2005, he passed away from kidney failure after suffering from a urinary tract and gallbladder infection. He was 73 years old. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment down below. I hope you enjoyed the show. See you on the next one.